Welcome back to Bible Study with Grace Glow Flow. Sometimes the things we've quietly buried, the dreams, the hopes, the prayers we've stopped praying, are the very things God wants to resurrect. This is the story of the Shunammite woman, a woman of strength, faith, and quiet expectation. A woman who created space for the presence of God and received a miracle she never thought she could ask for. The Shunammite woman was well off. She had stability, status, and a home. But more than that, she had discernment. When the prophet Elisha would pass through her town, she noticed something in him. So she told her husband, "Let's build him a room. Let's make space for the man of God." She didn't ask for anything. She simply made room. Sis, sometimes your blessing starts with just making space for God. Not because you're begging for a miracle, but because you recognize His presence. Elisha was moved by her kindness. She didn't ask for a thing, but he asked his servant, "What can we do for her?" They found out she had no child, and her husband was old. Translation: she had a silent heartbreak, a quiet disappointment she had probably accepted as permanent. Elisha told her, "By this time next year, you will hold a son in your arms." Her response: "Don't lie to me, man of God." Because when you've lived with disappointment long enough, even hope feels risky. But God wasn't done. Just as promised, she gave birth to a son. The joy she never expected now lived and breathed in her home. But one day, out of nowhere, the boy said, my head," and by noon, he died in her arms. Can you imagine a promised blessing taking? A dream revived only to die again? But she didn't plan a funeral. She laid the boy on the prophet's bed and said, "It is well." She didn't deny her pain. She just refused to let grief have the final say. She saddled her donkey and went straight to the source, Elisha. She told his servant, "I need to speak to him directly." And when she got to Elisha, she poured her heart out. Elisha went back with her. He entered that upper room, the very space she built for God. And there, God breathed life back into her promise. The boy rose up again. What was once dead lived. Sis, here's what the Shunammite woman teaches us. Make room for God, even when you don't know what He'll do. Faith doesn't mean you won't face heartbreak. It means you don't face it alone. When life tries to bury your promise, you go back to the place where you last met God. God can resurrect what you thought was over. If you've ever had to hold your peace in the middle of pain, if you've ever said, "It is well," when your heart was breaking, you're in good company. Comment below, "I'm making room for God." Because you never know what He's getting ready to do in the room you've prepared. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a woman who needs to know God still resurrects dead things.